Good morning.
It's going to be business as usual.
I now have 23 tattoos, and I've already created a few videos documenting the day-to-day healing process. Most of the comments I receive on these videos are A, from people who have just gotten a tattoo and are concerned that their tattoos aren't healing right, or B, from people about to get their first tattoo and don't know what to expect. So I thought with these 2 new tattoos, I could just make a video and talk a little bit more about what's going on during the process and what to expect. Just for anyone that wants to know, I got these tattoos in Portland, Oregon by an artist that goes under the name of Ink Mites on Instagram if you want to check them out. I love this artist and I highly recommend them.
You're coming home with me.
After you get a tattoo, expect your skin to be red, inflamed, and probably a bit tender. And that's because you've just been stabbed repeatedly. That's totally normal for your skin to react like that. Once your tattoo is finished, your artist is going to wrap up your tattoo in either a plastic wrap or use a product similar to Saniderm. If you're going to be using Saniderm, check out my other video about healing with Saniderm, where I go into more detail about that. I'll link it below. Ink, blood, and plasma are all going to spill out of a fresh tattoo, and that's what you can see on the plastic wrap here. A bit of ink will fall out of a fresh tattoo, and there's not much you can do about that. But it's totally normal, nothing to worry about. For at least the first 3 days, expect your skin to be a bit tender. The bigger the tattoo, the longer it is going to take to heal. Placement also plays a part in this, so if your timeline is not looking exactly like mine, just keep in mind these tattoos were pretty small and on my arm, which is relatively easy to heal. Around day 4 is usually when the flaking starts for me, and just remember this is completely normal. The most important thing you can do in this stage is to not scratch or pick at your tattoo. I know it might be tempting, but please do not touch it. Scratching or picking off the skin can actually ruin your tattoo.
I felt like I was losing control.
Day 6 was absolutely the itchiest day for these tattoos. On the itchiest days, I totally understand how it can be hard not to want to scratch them. But what I do is instead of scratching it, they're healed, so don't worry. Instead of scratching it, I pat. Of course, it's probably better if you don't touch it at all, but trust me, on the itchiest days, you're gonna want to do something, and it's better to pat than it is to scratch. Your tattoo is going to be the darkest when it is fresh. Do not expect your tattoo to look the same its entire life. Tattoos heal and age with skin, and that's totally okay. You can see that my healed tattoos next to the fresh one seem a bit more gray, maybe even bluish, and that's because a layer of skin has already healed over that tattoo. Your tattoo will be peeling at least a week in most cases, so please just be patient with it. During your whole healing process, you should be keeping your tattoo clean with unscented soap and keeping it moisturized. Avoid using too much product as well, as your tattoo still needs to breathe. Usually about a pea-sized amount of unscented lotion or whatever you choose to use for your healing process will do the job. If you accidentally use too much, that is totally okay. Just spread the product to the surrounding skin, leaving just a thin layer on your tattoo. For my tattoos, I will use Aquifer in the beginning, then I will switch to Aveeno unscented lotion once the peeling process begins. I recommend you talk to your tattoo artist about products they recommend for tattoo healing, as my way is not the only way you can heal a tattoo, and something could possibly be better for you. And of course, if you guys have better suggestions, go ahead and leave a comment telling me what you use to heal your tattoos. But This is what I've been doing for all of my tattoos, and it has worked very well for me so far, so I'm going to keep doing it. These tattoos took about 2 weeks to stop peeling. Sometimes even after my peeling stops, I'll have a bit of shiny skin or what looks like tiny little scabs that are still remaining. And don't worry about that, just give your tattoo a couple extra weeks to finish healing. I would say most of my tattoos are completely healed in about a month's time, but like I said earlier, the bigger the tattoo, the longer it is going to take to heal, and certain placements are more tricky to heal than others. If you are concerned about your tattoo or think it's taking too long to heal, feel free to reach out to your artist for some reassurance. Most likely you're going to be okay as long as you aren't showing any signs of infection. If you think your tattoo is infected, please seek medical help as soon as possible. Infections can be very serious, and it's better to be safe than sorry. Here are my before and after healing pictures for these tattoos. Of course, your tattoos will continue to age over time, and that's nothing to worry about. Some of the best things you can do to keep your tattoos looking nice as they age is to keep your skin moisturized in general. Please use sunscreen. Better to use it on your entire body, but if you don't want to do that for some reason, at least cover your tattoos with sunscreen. It'll help them stay looking better for longer. And of course, taking care of your skin's health, drinking lots of water, getting a lot of vitamins is going to help as well. So if you're watching this video to try to get some reassurance or trying to figure out what it's like to go through the tattoo healing process, I hoped this gave you a little bit of insight or gave you a bit of comfort. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments down below and I will answer you guys. Thank you for watching and happy tattoo healing. Bye guys.